12 against the Miami Dolphins, or the Fish. All right, our top story this week, Eric Wood and all the injuries on the offensive line. We know it's been the whole story this whole year, and now it got even worse, Eric Wood. And we signed Kendall Simmons. So how bad is this, man?
Well, they also brought Christian Gaddis, who's been on the practice squad. They brought him on up as well, but honestly, Kendall Simmons has been very good over the past between Pittsburgh and New England. Just let him go, which is a surprise. But watching that break, that was probably one of the more gruesome injuries I've seen a Bill take, besides Kevin Everett, of course. And you got to have continuity on the line to get better. And frankly, I hope that a harder coach will have a tougher team that will not get hurt as much. That's a big thing there.
All right, so what do you think about the line?
I'm with you, Justin. In order for them to get better, they have to kind of stay together. We also lost Seth McKinney for the year.
Yes.
So that's another big thing. And Kendall Simmons was a first-round draft pick in 2002, and he just got released, about 2 weeks ago from New England. So he's still in shape. It might not be that hard for him to slip in and help us out. But
maybe we can steal some of Belichick's secrets as well.
But with that messed up O-line, it's going to be a rough last 6 games of the season.
Yeah.
All right, our next topic is coaching rumors, of course. Mike Shanahan talking with the Bills. We're also in the process of that. So, Justin, what do you think about that?
Well, they're showing commitment to wanting to pay a big time coach.
Will he pay?
Well, yeah, I think he will. If you have Brandon over in Denver for 2 days talking to Shanahan for 7 hours. I know they kind of gave lip service to both Holmgren and Cowher. Holmgren just basically told the Bills to buzz off, but Cowher is saying, yeah, maybe after a season we can talk about it. So I think they're wanting to make a commitment there. That said, I think Fuel, if he keeps showing what he's showing right now, we might not have that need.
Okay. Do you want Mike Shanahan?
I don't have a problem with Mike Shanahan. I think we need an offensive-minded coach. I mean, our defense isn't that bad. Perry Fuel's been doing a great job with the defense. Even with the patchwork secondary we have, we don't really give up a lot of points. Our offense just doesn't put up a ton of points. So I think our defense is okay, but I really think that we need an offensive-minded coach.
All right, here's a question for you guys. Mike Ditka, what do you think of Ditka as a coach? Offense or defense?
Defense.
Defense.
He was an offensive guy. You know who the defensive coordinator was for those Bears? Buddy Ryan. You need to have a good, strong offensive mind and a strong defensive mind. I don't care if we have a good defensive coach.
I think we have that in Perry Fuel.
Yeah, I think we have.
So if we get an offensive coach and we put Perry Fuel back down to defensive coordinator.
And that's one of the flaws of the Duran era. We had a good defensive mind in Duran and Fuel underneath him. But we haven't had an offensive coordinator, and when a coordinator would say, hey, we need to do this, well, he got fired.
Okay, staying on the topic about the coach, we were talking about, do we need, Perry Fuel's a lot harder coach. He's also more enthusiastic, as we saw last game. As he told me, the Bills practiced in the rain today. Which is a nice change from the Dick Duran eras, getting a little tougher on the players. So what do you think about that, Justin?
Well, under the Dick Duran era, we saw soft practices make soft players. If we have some hard practices, contact in practice, which Duran never did, or practicing outside, which Duran never did, you know what, maybe we're going to have some tougher players that injure people as opposed to getting injured. That's a big thing there. I like his enthusiasm. It's better than having a golf clap every 2 seconds on TV.
Yeah, so what do you think?
I'm with Justin. It was really great to see some enthusiastic on the sideline. I always joke that Dick Duran got Botox on Saturday night because he never had any expression in his face. So it's like, what's the deal? So it was good to see somebody running up and down the sidelines with some kind of, enthusiasm and making them practice because, like he said, if you don't practice hard, then you don't play hard and you get hurt. So, it was great to see. Even with the loss, I was happy with the improvement in it.
Oh yeah, I mean, probably the parallel. If it's like boxing in a sense. If you're gonna have somebody that just walks up and if I just punch you, it's probably gonna hurt you. But if I train and you train and we're hitting each other day in and day out, those punches when you get to the fight aren't going to hurt as much.
All right. And now it's on to the Fish and their problems. Ronnie Brown, he's on IR now, so maybe that will affect the Wildcat. They have a weak D-line, which maybe offset our offensive line. And so what do you think about that, Justin?
If their line is hurting, maybe we can get some push, maybe we can protect the quarterback, and maybe some good stuff can happen. Lynch and Jackson need to improve their average. As far as rushing goes, we need to have protection for the quarterback so we can have some stats offensively, period.
Okay, what do you think?
Yeah, maybe with those guys hurt, it'll make our offensive line look better. Maybe we can throw a few Wildcats in of our own. I mean, Fred Jackson has a good spiral, so we need to try to use them where we can. So I'm hoping that with everybody, with the injuries on both teams, that hopefully we can come on top.
All right, and now it's time for Justin's Trivia Corner.
Hi, welcome to Justin's Trivia Corner, brought to you this week by Snapple, the best stuff on earth. Love my doggy. Perry Fuel is not the first black man to act as head coach for the Buffalo Bills. Who was? This has been Justin's Trivia Corner, brought to you by Snapple.
Okay, now let's talk about the defense.
Good doggy.
Bill stopped Reese Jones-Drew last week, and so let's talk about the Justin. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Mojo Drew, you know what? He got stopped by Kyle Williams and Spencer Johnson. They played huge. McCargo, he did well. And I'll even add, Brian Scott is a linebacker. I'm all for it. He did great. He filled gaps. I think that we can do with this makeshift alignment.
All right, so what do you think about that?
I'm with you, Justin. Kyle Williams came up real big in this game on Sunday. And for them to stop Maurice Jones-Drew, who's probably had, a couple of 100-yard games straight?
Yeah, he's been a beast this season.
So, I mean, for them to stop them, even though with the loss, it was an improvement, even though we did lose the game. The defense did come up pretty big. Like I said, the offense just
They played for Perry.
Okay, another one of the topics I want to talk about is this week the Bills, I think they need to get young players in. Sean Nelson, he's going to be a beast in this league. You need to see more of him. Hardy, I'd like to see him in there. So, Justin, what do you think?
I agree. Yeah, not much more to that. I agree.
I'm with you. It seems like Hardy's kind of disappeared off the radar for him to supposedly such a big player. So hopefully he can come back and contribute.
All right, now it's time for the keys to the game. My key to the game is, can the subs coming in for the Bills offensive line and other positions play? What's yours?
My key to the game is the weather. We got Miami coming up from the south. We're supposed to get some rain, some wind, maybe a little snow. So hopefully that'll kind of throw them off. It'll make the Bills run and, also make, Miami run. So I'm sticking with the weather.
All right, what's yours?
I think Ricky Williams, man, he's going to be smoking up the bud and getting suspended, Yeah, that's right, man. Don't get suspended, Ricky Williams.
And now it's time for our picks of the game. My pick to the game is 31-17 Bills.
Oh.
I'm going 17-10 Bills. I'm picking them to win, but I don't think they're still going to score.
All right, what's yours?
Mine's going to be kind of close. I was saying 23-14 Bills.
Okay, and now it's time for the...
Bills 13-10.
We got to cut them off all the time.
Yeah. And now it's time for the question of the week. Will Brian Brohm start this year? And I think...
No.
He's not going to start. Thank you for joining us this week. Join us next week for the Jets. That's a Thursday game, so we'll get that up to you. All right, bye.